Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel here at Zion's Gate Ranch. Today we are warming pigs. A lot of people have been asking me, how do you warm these pigs? And you gotta have this hose. If you don't have this hose, you would never get a syringe in a 350, or our boars that are 700 pounds, they'll never let you put a syringe in them. Now you want to warm your pigs 2 times a year and at weaning. It's very, very important with hogs that you worm on a cycle of the last frost and the spring equinox. The time is perfect. What we're going to do now is we're going to run you through how we do worming. And we do raise Gloucestershire old spot pigs, registered breeding stock, feeders, and we also have 1 pair of coonies we still breed. It'll be the same thing with them too. So what you're going to do is you need yourself a 25 mil syringe gun like this, all flex, and this hose is called a slap shot. You can get these really cheap online. They're very, very cheap and affordable, and I've had this same one for quite a while, so they last a long time. And you're going to need 18 gauge by 3/4 stainless needle. So you got to have that 18 gauge by 3/4. You just screw that on the end of the slap shot like that. And the slap shot has this plastic thing right here. That's what I call it, a slap shot. So you can stick your fingers right here and you slap it on them. And the hose prevents them, as they run off, you can keep squeezing. So this has a dial on it, on cc's. So you kind of need to guess the weight of your pigs. A lot of people will wonder why ivermectin burns. Ivermectin don't burn if you get it under the skin. If you get it in the muscle, it really does irritate them, and it's not meant to be in the muscle. Dactomax is under the skin or in the muscle, either one, and it does not burn in the muscle. So ivermectin works great, it just is overused, and a lot of people have been using it for years. It does work really good on pigs. And Safeguard, fendobendazole, that you can buy those in pellets, but the only problem about that is it does not get lice or mites on the outside parasites. And pigs really will get lice and mites around their ears and on their skin and their back, you know. It comes from the straw, the bedding. It's just a common thing. That's why you need to do it twice a year. So we stick with this and ivermectin. And really, alternating as wormers is not a bad idea anyways, because it's just a good idea to alternate wormers. We even do it with our cows and goats. So let's get started. What I like to do is, because a lot of people have been asking me, how do you worm these pigs? And you gotta have this hose. If you don't have this hose, you would never get a syringe in a 350, or our boars that are 700 pounds, they'll never let you put a syringe in them. So I highly recommend boars stay on the other side of the fence. Boars get real fussy. They don't like being hurt. So I put the food right by the fence on the boars and just smack them. It might take a few times. 1 cc is 75 pounds. So you kind of gonna guess. These look like, these gilts right here are younger. I'm gonna say they're right around 300. So yeah, I would say they're about 300, 325. So let me do you might wanna grab a calculator while you're doing this and just kind of add how many times the 75 go into it. It's okay to be a little over, but you don't want to be under, because it's not a good thing to be under, because the parasites will not get removed. So a little over is okay. And some does come out too, so you can go 25, 50 pounds over. It's not going to hurt them. I don't know. She looks like 350. We'll just do 375 on them, which is what, 5?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're drawing up, this is what I like to do when you're drawing this up. And hopefully I can hurry before they're done eating here. Man. What you gotta do is take your 18 gauge by 3/4 inch needle. I like to put it on here. You can put it on the end of the hose, but it's easier to do it this way. And then I take draw this straight from the bottle, like this. And this is a big bottle. Dactomax is pretty expensive. Ivermectin's a lot cheaper, but this stuff seems like Dactomax to me seems like it lasts longer, more of a longer period. Let's draw this up. This big syringe gun does quite a few pigs. You could use a bigger syringe gun. Hold it upside down and just get to drawing. Pigs don't really build up a resistance to parasites like goats do. In goats, we only worm if needed, but pigs, it's a 2-time thing a year. Every spring equinox and fall, right at the last frost first frost is when I do it. And when it starts getting real muddy, right in spring. Now, what you want to do is try to get the air out of there. Just give it a click, and always push this black button. It releases it. See, that's released. Now, we're going to pull that out. Now, take your syringe out. Put it on your slap shot. Now, take this, put this end on. Now, what I do with the rest of this already had some fluid in it from, I was just doing it the other day. But what I do now is I put it like this, upside down, and then I start pumping it until the air's out. You'll see air bubbles in there and air bubbles in the hose. And I try to just keep, it only takes a couple clicks. And see, there they go, stopping right there. There's no air in the hose at all. It's just all fluid. Make sure you get all the air out because it's a must. All right, so while they're eating, you know, they might get a little spunky. They might, some of them don't even mind it, you know. So just keep an eye on what you're doing. And like I said, see these click buttons? This is 0.5, 1 cc per 75. So you kind of got to guess. Now these, we're gonna do 5 cc's, which is 375, which is a tad over, but that's okay. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna click that to 2.5. And I'm gonna do, make sure you hit your black button before you do anything. That gets you square. I'm gonna do 2 full squeeze, slap them in the neck because you want to put them right in the neck, right behind the ear. Slap them right there, and right when you do, wham, wham. Each squeeze is 2.5 cc's on the dial. So you want 2 squeezes. The best thing to do is kind of sneak up behind them. See why you need a hose? It's about impossible without a hose. She's not gonna let me out.
Daphne's like, Scratch her on the back first.
What you doing, girl? What you doing?
See, you got 2 of them in her, just like that. That's what you want to do. And sometimes you gotta follow them. So she got 2 full squeezes. Now we're gonna go to the next one. Just like that, that's what you gotta do. Now, can you see why you don't want to be in here with a big old 700-pound boar? Because they may not like you. Okay, guys, so it's that easy, it's that simple. Get yourself a slap shot, get yourself a syringe gun, and you could pretty much do 20 or 30 pigs in just chore time, you know? So you guys have a good one. Please like, share, and subscribe to our videos. And thank you for supporting Zion's Gate Ranch. We work so hard out here. We love you guys. Comment below if you have any questions, or contact us on Facebook or our website at zionsgateranch.com. Love you guys. Peace.